Hello guys, my name is Lillian and welcome to episode 7 of the Hub City Fibers podcast. I know I haven't really been that consistent with posting and I definitely do want to get better and maybe come up with a bi-weekly schedule to, let you guys know what I'm up to and what I'm working on. I'm working on quite a bit of different many projects. So I poured myself a glass of wine because I just finished work, so it's nice to have a glass of wine every now and again. And yeah, welcome to the podcast if you're new, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much and welcome to the podcast. So my podcast is mostly about knitting and my indie dyer life. And yeah, I'm the independent dyer behind Hub City Fibers, and let's dive into what I've been making. If you follow me on Instagram, which is where I'm mostly active, you could follow me at Hub City Fibers. I'll post that on the down bar. And pretty much, if you follow me there, you'll see what I'm working on because I always post, or whatever I'm dyeing, you'll definitely see there. So if you are someone who uses Instagram on the daily, then definitely follow me if you would like to follow along. So my first project that I want to talk to you guys about lives in my Zwag. Wow, blooper. Lives in this project bag that I got at Chelsea Yarns. It's by Toad Hollow. Beautiful bag. It's just a bucket bag. It's really nice, and inside lives my the wag. I know, the big reveal. I am on Sleeve Island right now. I'm so happy. I just makes me so happy right when I'm done with the body and a sleeve is starting to grow. I don't know if you guys have seen it since. Oh, I have 3 needles in here. But yeah, I'm on Sleeve Island. And I don't like knitting sleeves. Is anybody else like that? I don't know. It's like something that I have to work on something else in order to knit the sleeves, but I don't enjoy working on the sleeves, but I did end up getting new not double pointed, they're called the Flexi Flips. I've been seeing them all around and some knitters using them in yarn shops. I also got these at Chelsea Yarns because you got to support your local yarn shops. And I love Chelsea Yarns. It's my favorite yarn shop. One of my favorite yarn shops. And so these are the best things that ever happened to me because I'm a double pointed needle person, and it makes knitting sleeves and small circumferences so much easier. And if you're a double pointed needle sock knitter or you like double pointed needles, you'll love the Flexi Flips because they're awesome. That's why. But the only complaint I have about them is that I would prefer getting something when I'm storing it on the ends of the needles, or else some of the needles will fall off. But I'm also knitting this on a very loose gauge. Well, so if you don't know, this sweater is by Boylan Knits, and she's all the rave right now, and for good reason. Her patterns are absolutely amazing. I think that her patterns have fit my body in such a great way in comparison to other designers that I've tried knitting sweaters with, which I haven't knit that many sweaters. I've only knit a couple, but so far I really like her style. I think it's very intuitive and very straightforward, and aesthetically beautiful. I am using Hub City Fibers yarn. For the main color, I am using my Grains of Paradise colorway, and I'm knitting it out on my Indulge base, which is a merino nylon cashmere, and it's a very soft yarn. And this is kind of like a grayish blue undertone, like just a basic gray, and I love it. I really can't wait to wear this in the fall. I think grays and darker hues are definitely the colors that I tend to gravitate towards in the fall. And I was born in the fall, and I'm getting married in the fall, and all the best things happen in fall. So fall collection, fall fashion is like my favorite. And fall colors are amazing. I have recently, I really want to delve into different podcasts. I feel like I watch the same podcasts, knitting podcast, which I love and I will continue to watch. But I definitely want to watch, I guess, different ones that I haven't seen or gone into. I watch Vollenbein, obviously. Who doesn't watch Vollenbein? You're living under a rock if you don't watch Vollenbein. Um, Brooklyn Knit Folk podcast I love. Sweet Sparrow Knits. I've watched some of her podcasts. A Homespun House. Andrew Sue Knits, but she hasn't really posted anything. I watch Legacy Fiber Art sometimes. Transitory. I like to watch her. I like to watch a lot of Canadian ones. They're really fun to watch because we're just like neighbors, but we're not because it's Canada, you know. So there's that. And then what else? Who else do I watch? Oh, I watch a bunch of yarn store ones. Obviously, I watch the Chelsea Pearls. They're the best. I watch Gemma Darling's Daily. She's awesome. I love her. I still haven't gotten used to talking to myself on the camera, but be patient. I know it's something you just have to keep on doing. I'm going to put my swag away. And yeah, I am really enjoying the Zweg, but it is taking a little bit of a hiatus just because I don't like working on sleeves, but I am in between. I finished the body of the Zweg, and I was like, I need another Boila knit sweater. And that is where this little chunk comes in. And this is living in my You Sew and Sew project bag, which I absolutely adore. And I get so many compliments on this bag. It's unbelievable at work. You get so many people coming up to me. And just like the craftsmanship of this bag, there's like a little sheep right on like the zipper. And I'm not really sure if a lot of bag makers do that. But I tried to sew a bag once and there's a lot of that goes into it. So for you to like plan this little tab to be the shape of a perfect sheep is just hilarious. So I'm a part of a cow. Yay! Yay, I'm part of a cow. It's my first time doing a cow, and it's called the Local Yarn Shop Unity Cow. I'll put it right here. It is run by some fabulous knitting folk. Gemma Darling's Daily, Chelsea Yarns, The Knot House, Machete Shop, all different types of people from the yarn community. We got dyers, yarn store owners, just good and wholesome folk, and I'm so happy to be a part of this. I will probably announce what I will be giving away towards the end of, not this podcast because I want to set it up nice for you guys and give you a nice little surprise, but I'll probably announce what the prize will be. I'll probably announce what the prize will be in the next podcast, and yeah, stay tuned for that. I want to have you guys coming back. So if you want to remember, just hit the subscribe button, and yeah, you'll get to know when the next podcast is, unless you follow me on Instagram. I always post it on Instagram. And you guys can follow me there at HUBCITYFIBERS if I didn't already repeat myself and say that. But in this beautiful You Sew and Sew bag, I am knitting my Tecumseh sweater. I am obsessed with this sweater. I think this is probably going to be my favorite sweater that I've ever knit, ever. I love it. I'm knitting it out of my Delicious base, which is another merino nylon cashmere base. I think I will always have those bases in my shop. I love knitting with merino nylon cashmere. DK fingering weight. It's just very the fabric that knitting the merino nylon cashmere blend produces is so beautiful. And honestly, that 10% of cashmere really adds the extra softness and luxury that you need in a nice sweater that you make for yourself. So, I am knitting this sweater out of ecru yarn. My color contrast 1 is Skin Deep, and color contrast 2 is this colorway called Korambe. I might be pronouncing that wrong. I will put it right here. It is a Japanese word, and the reason I'm using a Japanese word to name the colorway, and you'll probably see a little touch of Japanese culture in some of the colorways I come up with in the next couple of months for the fall season, because I think Japan holds a very special place in my heart. I will be going there in October for my honeymoon, and I'm so excited, and I'm just learning a lot about Japan and Japanese culture, and I'm so excited to actually go and visit there. And I don't know, I was reading some words about in Japanese and learning about their meanings and their double entendres, and pretty much this word means sunlight that comes through trees. So like, say you're going on a hike and it's a beautiful sunny day, but you have like this canopy of trees, and there's just kind of like this little pocket of sunlight that kind of beams through. That's the meaning of komorebi, and I thought that was really appropriate. And so yeah, so I do have some of these kits up on the website, www.hubcityfibers.com, if you're interested. I only have this color combination. I consider Hub City Fibers to be a micro indie dye shop. I am going towards creating a collection for you that is very close to the colors that I personally knit with. And before, I think I was dyeing a lot of yarn and just experimenting, but I really want to come out with colors that are in a collection and kind of present that to you in a more organized way. And yeah, so that's why I'm only offering one color combo. So I hope if you like it enough that you guys would buy it. So yeah, I'm on my second row of the color work, and it's grown really fast. It's a really quick project. I've enjoyed it. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw I had to rip back, and it's because I was trying to multitask when I was knitting the color work, and I ended up screwing up the crisscross, and yeah, nobody likes that. So I ripped back, but it wasn't as bad as I thought, and usually when I rip back, I just never touch that project ever again because I despise it. So, but it was totally manageable and savable in this situation, so yeah. And so I'm using this as my main color, Yarn Vomit. Komorebi is color contrast 1, and it's this like tealish blue, like faded aqua. I think this is going to be a nice color to wear in the fall, this upcoming fall. And Skin Deep. Is this colorway. I don't usually drink wine. We just happened to go to a party where they gave us the bottles. They bought too many bottles, and we said, hey, you know, we'll take one, no problem. And so, yeah, it's been nice having a nice little glass of wine at the end of a nice hard work day. I do work full-time, too, so it's nice. Living in my sock project bags that I got this beautiful bag from Tanny Casey is originally what my Father's Day sock was. And these are on my Haya Sharps. This is a DK weight yarn, and I'm also using Knit Pick leftover yarn that I had from a sweater I made, the Joji Locatelli's lemongrass sweater. I made it using this, and this is Croft Shetland Tweed, and this color is so manly. It's like such a perfect color, and feminine as well, if that makes any sense. But it's like very rustic, cowboy-y, I like to hike in the woods on the weekend type of color, if you know what I mean. And this is just such a yummy natural wool. There's something about natural wool that I am just so attracted to. I love the feel, I love the texture, I love the look. It's really beautiful, and so these were originally going to be my dad's, but Dad likes black, and Dad's picky, and I don't like to knit with black yarn. I think it's boring. So Steve will be taking these socks, and he's very happy about that. And yeah, I'm only on sock 1, second sock syndrome's real. And this bag is also super special because it is using Japanese fabric, and it's just so cute. It has wax on the bottom, and it's just like a sturdy bag. You know, you could just throw it, and it'll be okay. You know? Living in my other bag, which is a bag I got when I was in Turkey. I thought this was gonna be like a makeup bag or something. Little did I know it was gonna be my forever sock bag. It's just the most perfect bag to fit all of your sock essentials. And it's small enough that, you know, it's just a great bag. Inside this bag is a sock, and this yarn I got from a friend who went to Germany. She went to Germany, I think, the month I was turning 25. Did I say my age? I'm gonna probably bleep that there, so, you know, a woman never reveals her age. But it was my birthday, and she bought me this yarn, and it's from an independent dyer. I told her I specifically wanted yarn from an independent dyer in Germany, and that's exactly what she got me. Although she was very confused, she FaceTimed me when she was in the yarn shop, and I specifically had to say any independent dyers in Germany. And this is what I got. It's a Christmas colorway called Leberkuchen, which means gingerbread house, and I'm using Knitter's Pride. I can't remember the name of these. These are always Knitter's Carbon Tips. No. Carbons by Knitter's Pride. It's gonna drive me nuts. Sorry. I have to do this. These are Knitter's Pride DPNs Carbons, and they're amazing. So my favorite are Haya Sharps, but these are a close second. Like, love these. These are really great. I like the metal tips. Very good. But this is so far what it looks like. I don't want to be judgy, but I struggle with this because I'm not obsessed. I don't know why I'm not. You ever knit something and you're just not enjoying it, but you have to knit it because you just gotta? But maybe you know that secretly when you finish knitting it, it's gonna be amazing and you're gonna love it and you're gonna cherish it and you're gonna wear it every day. I feel like that's the type of project that this is. And it's one of those projects, because I'm working on the Tecumseh, and I'm going to take that everywhere because I'm obsessed with that project right now. But this is a project that when you don't really feel like thinking, like knitting on a pair of socks, it's just great to have. You know, if you're going to be around people you don't really know, if you're going to be on a long car ride, a waiting room. This is the project to do because you don't really have to look at a chart. or you don't have to look at anything, and it's just, you don't even have to look at the project. Like, you could knit and knit and knit, and it'll be totally fine because it's just a sock. That's the type of project this is. So that's pretty much what I'm working on. I usually try to book a trunk show about once every month. I'm going to start going off on a tangent here. So if you guys are only here for the knit stuff, you can stop here. I'm going to pretty much just talk about my Hub City Fibers business and a little bit more about that. So pretty much, I usually book a trunk show about once a month. I try to give myself enough time, enough creative energy to kind of experiment with yarn dyeing, and I'm definitely taking a little bit of a hiatus until ATW. If you don't know what that means, I'll just put that on the down bar. It's a phrase that me and Steve have really been using this whole time because I feel like, it's just like a crazy time. So we're really just saying we're going to do things after the wedding. But really, in this case, I'm not going to be doing a trunk show until after the wedding. Just because it wouldn't be fair to you guys if I was, doing things when my mind is elsewhere. So I still am dyeing and I'm doing micro lots, but preparing for a trunk show is a lot more preparation, and I just sincerely just do not have the time to dedicate to that. And I love going to trunk shows. I want to have a good time. I want to show you guys my all when I do a trunk show. So I think taking a little bit of a hiatus and a little bit of a break is good to do. And when I'm back, you guys will know. So I will probably see you guys on a trunk show later on in the year, probably December, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I do, but I'll tell you guys at a later date about trunk shows. But yeah, so if you guys were curious about that, I haven't done a trunk show in a while. And yeah, you guys will see me in the end of this year doing a trunk show. So I'll tell you guys more about that. Wow, I'm a lightweight, so. Hey guys, so I'm going to stop the podcast right here. Thank you so much again for stopping by and, staying tuned and, being here for my last couple drops. Follow me on Instagram if you guys want to follow more about who I am and what I do. I mentioned that a little bit before. So, yeah, bye.